Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those by long it's the first time coming to my channel, by long it's the first time seeing me, welcome to this here channel where I share my experiences, where I share life lessons that I've learned in my 24 years of living, where I share just anything that I've experienced that can benefit anybody that will listen. And for those Bailongorats that they are turning to my channel,
back again.
You know the vibes. For today's video, it's going to be a sequel, or rather a part 2 of my video, I used to smell, or my vagina used to smell, where I discussed how when I was younger, or rather a few years ago, I had an issue down there where there was a foul odor that I noticed. I'm not sure if anybody else noticed, and if they did, I'm sorry. Quite embarrassing, but we've moved past that. We're now in a position where I think I've gotten everything under control. I know my triggers and I know what to stay away from that affects me down there. And yeah, it's just growing being a girl. You have a vagina, it misbehaves sometimes, and you just have to learn ways on how to manage it and make sure that everything is clean, everything is healthy, everything is unaffected by so for today's video, I'm going to discuss many different things. It's just going to be, like I said, a follow-up of that video, a few things that I have experienced that are sort of linked to my hoo-ha and all of that. So first and foremost, the first thing I want to discuss is that, guys, I got a pap smear. I know that for things like this, sometimes you need a whole dedicated video, but the birds are chirping. You guys, I hope that sound is not going to come out in the video because it's quite annoying. How do I make them stop? Anyway, as I was saying, I got a pap smear done, and usually some YouTubers prefer for that to be like a whole dedicated video where they talk about that pap smear and their experience and all of that. But for me, I feel like it was a brief experience. It was brief. It happened, it was quick. I got in, got out, I was done. And if I sit here and film a video, the video is probably going to be like 5 minutes long. So in January, I got a pap smear, and I was this ad that was running. I think it had been running since November. Some new clinic that opened up in CBD called Pimo Clinic was running a special, and I think it was an opening special. Pap smear, come olunosi or come onale a friend, and you get like sort of a discounted price. So I saw that January the special is ending on the 31st, and I was like, you know what, I know I'm afraid to get this done, but I need to go and get this done, because apparently after 21 or after 22, somewhere there, it's highly encouraged that you go and get a pap smear done from that age. And every year after that, or after 2-3 years after that, you keep going to get pap smears. So I went and I got it done. And for those that don't know what a pap smear is, it's a test where they check you down there, mostly for cervical cancer, but also for any other like STD, STI sort of situation or any imbalance, right? For any imbalance, really, that's what the pap smear checks for. And so I got it done. I went to Pimo Clinic, the also fabulous Dr. Serrero. I think that's her name. If I remember correctly, her name is Dr. Serrero. She's a very confident, very strong woman, female doctor, and you just get that upon interacting with her, that wow, what a force. I thoroughly enjoyed the experience of getting the pap smear from the clinic itself, how clean, how conducive, how friendly the staff is to Ene, the actual doctor that was doing it for me. And she's calm. She assured me that it wasn't going to be painful. You know, there's so many misconceptions. Yeah, but I remember, and these are things that I told Dr. Sarah because Len, she wanted to hear because she's heard it all. So she wanted to hear what I told her now and it's about and she was like, that is bullshit. First of all, TPA, she didn't say that's bullshit, I'm sorry, that is my own vernac. TPA, first of all, Homas, it's TPA, it's a plastic. I don't know what the name of the actual device is. It's plastic and it is not painful. You just need to calm down, take a deep breath, and I don't know, it wasn't even like slightly uncomfortable. I barely felt it, to be honest. And I'm going to emphasize that this as well has nothing to do with anybody's like sexual history. I've been extra promiscuous, therefore do I it has nothing to do with that. So you guys need to relax with that as well. So although obviously you can imagine that a virgin girl will be a little bit, her experience will be a little bit like different. Of course she's going to be uncomfortable with the fact that something like a device is going to be inside of her, of which might cause a little bit of tension and make the experience a little bit different from other people's. So I mean, obviously. So yeah, got in there. Hi, what's up? Pap smear, okay. Lie down, please calm down, okay. Device in, and then she checked, and then device, and then she told me, okay, I'm going to be doing the swab now. And then she did the swab, then it was out, and I was like, are you done? And she was like, yeah, I'm done. I was like, oh my god, this was like, my expectations were like, I don't know, I was expecting this to be way more complicated, way more uncomfortable than it actually was. And she was like, I told you, you had nothing to worry about, and people need to stop lying and discouraging other people from coming to get pap smears because it literally is not that deep. So that's it, guys. I have nothing more to say about my experience at getting a pap smear done. Got in, got out, and a week later I was called back to get my results. Thank God I have no so I don't have cervical cancer. I don't really have anything to be worried about. And yeah, that's just it. Okay, first I want to talk about my experience getting a pap smear. Now I want to talk about the whole thing, the whole, like, the star of the show in my last video that really had so many people, like a massive amount of people reaching out to me, which is the shower gel that I use to bath my body every single day. I'm quickly going to get it for you guys, and then I'm just going to talk a little bit about it because in my previous video I spoke a lot and I don't really have to say much. So in my previous video I discussed how like I said, this is going to be, I'm just going to run really quickly through this because everything that you need to know was discussed in the previous video, of which I'm going to leave the I wherever it is, and then I'm also going to leave the link in the description box. But in the previous video I discussed how the main issue, or the main factor that was affecting my girl down here, was the soaps that I was using to bath with. Was the main thing that caused the odor down there. The soap I was using was the one that was irritating my girl and therefore making her smell. So I don't know how it may have come across now in my mind or whatever, whenever my soap might be the one affecting me, but I ended up discovering my girl Sanex Zero. As you can see, this is Sanex Zero. This is Sanex Zero. 0% fragrance, 0% sulfate, 0% color, and 0% soap, and it's for sensitive skin. And as you can see, this is the pink one. Sanex has many different variations, banale blue, banale orange, banale red, but the pink one specifically is the one that I've used and is the one that has helped me. The pink one. Say it with me now. When you go and look for it, you're looking for the pink one. I've had a few people reach out to me confused, and then they picked whichever one. The reason why I'm emphasizing the pink one is because in that whole search that I went through, I tried the orange one. I tried, I think before it was pink, it was blue. And I don't know so I've tried the orange one, I've tried the different ones. So as much as fragrance, they are fragranced and they don't do it. They don't work as much as this girl works. So this Sanex really just does not irritate you the slightest bit. You just get in and you're clean and your girl is happy as well. So I highly recommend you oil. Sometimes you feel like you deal with a lot of irritation down there. I said it in my previous video and I'm going to say it right now. The first thing I recommend you to do, you feel like you're constantly having irritation down there, is to change your soap. The first thing that I recommend is for you to change your soap. And that has helped a lot of girls. Like I said, I've gotten so many messages. I've seen even my friends, I'm going to say this, even my friends buy Longkot, they did not tell me that they went out to buy it. I went into their homes and I saw that they use it as per, I should think, my recommendation. So I'm so glad, I'm so happy for those buy Longkot. They reached out and actually told me, hey Barbara, thank you so much for the Sanex. Thank you so much, guys. And I am glad, more than me feeling a sense of pride, I actually had some sort of influence. I'm just glad you guys are not struggling anymore, because it is embarrassing. It is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. And I don't wish it on anybody or that child. It is horrible. So I'm so glad that our girl Sanex got to help you and that you're using it and you're loving it the way you are. So another thing I wanted to mention, which somebody actually reached out to me and talked about and asked me about, which I also was like, what the fuck is this big Sanex? As you can see, that this is not the like traditional size. This is like the big one, which costs about, which is like, it got the prices like sort of discounted, because the normal Sanex it's like about yay big is like 40 baht, but this one it's like almost twice the size. It's about 50 if not 60 bucks. So it's like, huh, give me some of that. But right now the color doesn't, it does. When you look at the color, when I first saw it on the shelf, I was like, but the color looks a little bit different. The small one, it's new. So I don't know if it's a new formula or what do they mean, but it must be a new formula because the color is different. So I saw it and I was like, but it's yellow nyana. And automatically, because of my trauma, Milora and all of those funny things, obviously I'm very sensitive. I'm going to like freak out when I see that there's a change or it's different to what I've been using that's been helping me. So although I was like skeptical, I bought it. And when I first used it, I was like, even the smell is a little bit different to Sanex, my beloved Sanex Zero, that's like the small yana one. It smells a little bit different. So I was very nervous. I was so nervous. But lo and behold, it also does not affect me at all. It does not do anything. It does not irritate me. So I guess it's okay. So this is, I think, my second bottle and I'm still good. I'm still fine. So you heard it here, folks. The new big Sanex Zero that is, that looks a little bit different from the one that we've been using is also harmless as well. So you don't need to be afraid of anything really. But if you did experience a little bit of irritation as compared to the other one, then yeah, just buy the other one. Don't buy this one. Although I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if they mean that they're flushing out those ones and they're going to be selling these ones only. I don't know, possibly, because how about you, I think they mean that they've changed the formula and they're gonna flush out those ones and start only retailing, what is the word, producing these ones. Yeah, so in conclusion, the formula is a little bit different but still works the same. I'm back again and there's a portion what I forgot to mention. I think it's because I didn't write it down in my notes. I was saying that interacting with you guys our love for Sanex has taught me different things. If you watched my previous video, I mentioned it sucks that I can't use meloremingwe. It means that I can't use the foam bath self-care Sundays or whatever. Foam bathing, or I can't use bath bombs or anything like that. Only for my friend Mpilo to she like had like bubbles in her bath, and I was like, girl, ugh, I wish I was you. And she was like, alright, so guys, it's amazing. Good news, we can also use the Sanex as a foam bath. So another thing I wanted to talk about that this video is a little something that I noticed as I'm just like interacting with people. As I interact with people, especially in the office, because the office is a small space where you sit there and you hang out with, you sit there with a group of people that you interact with on a daily basis. The whole day you're with them. So when I was there, that sometimes I'd have to stand up and go to my boss's table and show her some work that I'm doing, or maybe she wants to show me something and I have to go to her table. And in doing that, it ended up taking me back to high school. In high school, my confidence level when it comes to like having to come too close to people was just like in the toilet. I remember I used to just be like, fuck, hey, guys, this is TMI. That's why the name of this segment is TMI with Baarbs, because it literally is too much information. I'd take my school bag and like put it in front of me so that it can act sort of as a barrier, like it can like prevent the smell from like moving from my body to like directly to that person. So the other day when I was standing at my boss's table, I was like, the confidence that this girl has lately is amazing. It's amazing to be where I am right now versus where I was a few years ago. And I just couldn't help but smile and feel like I'm on top of the fucking world. Like, I cannot believe that I don't have to deal with that shit anymore. Like, where I just don't feel comfortable. For instance, this is somebody's table and this is where I'm seated. Okay, no, for instance, this is where somebody's seated and this is where I'm seated, and I have to like pass by that person or something. I don't have to feel insecure about that anymore because I'm not dealing with that horrible vaginal odor anymore. So I don't have to be like extremely insecure about oh my god, is this person gonna notice, or oh my god, whatever. So hey guys, we've been in the pits, and it's important for us to know these sort of things. It's important for us to interact with this sort of information, because now it will make us sensitive to other people's situations. Like for instance, if you've interacted with a female in high school or back in the day that had a similar problem, had that sort of odor, or maybe the girl that you're having relations with has that problem, and you're just like, oh, fuck man, you love her, but like, oh fuck man, these things are not easy. Then is one of the most embarrassing things that as a female you can go through. But after it's all said and done and you've managed it, it's an amazing feeling. You don't have to be insecure anymore. It's just amazing. And it's unfortunate that some people actually go through life and they actually don't know that they have that. I've heard that people genuinely have that odor also, and they can't smell it. It looks like yellow on a hairline. That's so unfortunate. And I don't know, guys. I just think that in general, I think girls in general should just be encouraged to stop using milorele more hash. if it's not if it's not that chat, then I just think in general we should also just be encouraged to visit the doctor often. And you should also get a pap smear done, because like I said, pap smear check out a whole bunch of things. If you have an abnormal discharge, she can be able to see that and recommend that you use this and this and this and cut out this and this and this, you know. So with that, what I'm gonna recommend is getting your checks done, and also possibly reducing go dirisa melore e leng gore hash. Ha ke bua ka melore e leng gore hash, guys, ke bua ka bo di life boy, ke bua ka bo di Dettol and all of that. Those soaps are so harsh. Guys, when I tell you that sometimes I would bath with those soaps, and then immediately after I would feel like my down there is burning, literally burning and itchy. I would literally have to take the ice and put them down there in order to like soothe, like just get a feeling of soothing, because hey, like this soap just is putting me through hell. I'm in hell right now. I took a bath in order to feel clean, but now I'm in hell because my girl down there is burning. Wow, Baba, and she's burning. So like even the thought of like when I go somewhere and for instance I don't have my Sanex or anything, but it's been a long day, I'm sticky, I'm dirty, I need to bath. Oh, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do? So in terms of that, what I usually do, and I've mentioned this in a previous video, if I'm somewhere, maybe I'm at a friend's house or a cousin's house, I ask them if they have Aquas cream. Aquas cream is also a very mild agent product, I guess I can say, that you can use, that my mom usually would recommend that we use it because apparently it's really good. So I use it and I bath with it. I'm somewhere and I'm stranded, but I really need to like bath. So if I'm there and I'm stranded and they don't have it in the house, I just zip to my nearest store and I just buy it. How do you bath with it? Put it all over your body, then you just take your bus lap and just, and then you're good. My mom recently told me that she has, and this is something, I've been living with my mom for years, obviously, and I've never known this about her. She told me that my mom has like dipadinyana on her body, and dipadis a thing, like she just gets random bruises on her like legs and arms, and she says that she thinks it's soaps, like her body or her skin is highly allergic to random soaps. So she's like, I've been dealing with this for years, I've given up, I just bath with water. And I was like, wow, that is very interesting. Why don't I just on the days I think I've tried that about once and I just didn't feel clean, but that is, I guess, something that I could look into on the days saying, what, you know what, I just get I'm stranded, I can't get Sanex or anything. Another point, another point that I wanted to bring, that a piece of information that I got more to get the pap smear done. You know, sometimes when we sit here, we are just we're telling you about the things that we know according to like our experiences, but as you grow older, you learn that was wrong, or that was right, or that was misinformation. And in my last video, and I will admit it perhaps was a little bit of misinformation, where I said that it is highly unhealthy to use panty liners every single day, that your girl is not breathing if you use a panty liner every single day. That is what I said. I asked another lady, the doctor, that I went to get the pap smear done at, because I really needed to get like clarity. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wearing a panty liner every day. If you're a girl and you've got a nasty discharge, or if it's just not nasty, if you just really don't like the way a discharge looks on your panty and you wish to keep it clean the whole day, then yeah, that's fine, wear a panty liner, but what she would recommend is that you change it often. You're gonna have to change it often. Change it often, and then that's when you can ditch it and just like get some air. Sometimes ditch the underwear and just get some air down there. Like I said, got that opinion from a doctor. I'm not saying it out of my own ass this time. Thank you very much. So guys, at the moment, I'm currently not on any birth control because, guys, I think I've mentioned this before in the video that now it's currently like locked because I'm just not feeling like putting it on like public, because I just feel like we are tired and I just I'm not comfortable with that video anymore. So it's on private, it's privated. But in that video I did speak about that. I did talk about the fact that I've had experience with various birth control methods, and at the moment I'm not on any birth control until I can go and get like a full body screening and actually have a doctor recommend to me which birth control I can use, of which in that video I did say I'm going to get it done. I still haven't got it done, but I will. Until I can get that done, that is when I will be comfortable getting on any sort of birth control. But for now, I just don't want to do it. The pill, I'm tired of it. I don't want to take any birth control at the moment until, like I said, I get a doctor's recommendation. So with that said, there's something else that I wanted to talk about, which I think is looking like the last thing, is that, guys and girls, certain things that we do also affect our vaginal odor, whether we're irritated down there, for both the male and the female. And one of the things, as you grow older, as you have sex, and these are things that they don't talk about. But let me just say what the doctor said to me. It is highly recommended, and I know that you guys don't like this. It's the truth. It's highly recommended that you and your partner, whether you know each other's status or not, it's recommended that you use condoms. And like I said, a lot of you, I'm sorry, I hope I don't sound like I'm offending any of you guys, but it's getting a lot of people feel like, oh my god, condoms are boring. I'm not feeling her walls as much as I wanted to. But guys, let me tell you something. Condoms are not only there to protect you from AIDS or STIs, they're also there to protect you from as a result of you guys maybe getting a little too rough during sex, or just to prevent, for example, when you have unprotected sex, your girl ends up literally smelling for a few weeks, if not a few days. Her vag ends up smelling like your penis, and that's the truth. The second thing is that if you guys are a little rough down there, you don't realize it at the time, but maybe there wasn't enough lubricant or lubrication as you guys were doing it, that's going to cause irritation between both of you. Both of you might end up having an irritation where his what you guys call it, his item is going to be itchy. Throughout that week, and he's like, damn, what's going on? You or the girl, you're going to experience the same itchiness and or foul odor coming from down there because of that friction, that excess friction that went on while you guys were doing the deed. So this is why condoms are recommended. They protect you from that whole experience. They have a certain level of lubrication, not a lot, but a certain amount of lubrication is there, and it protects you from those issues. So besides that, it is recommended that you guys get lubrication. Sometimes your vagina doesn't produce enough lubrication, where then now it's recommended that you get maybe an external source, which can be in the form of lube itself. It's not sex education, guys. That's not not necessarily what my channel is about, but I'm gonna throw it in there. It's more recommended that you maybe invest in lube. So these are just some things that I wanted to mention, that guys, other than melora, other than maybe you caught a UTI somewhere when you maybe sat out, like they say, maybe when you sit on the toilet seat or on a random toilet seat or whatever. There are other things that can cause irritation down there for not only you as the female, but for your partner as well. So from the men, they don't like condoms, and they keep insisting that them and their partner don't use condoms. Hey, I know your status, we got checked, we're good. It's not only about that. Your girl ends up getting affected down there. She ends up possibly having a foul smelling item because of you guys having unprotected sex and possibly not doing it the right way. Not that there's a specific right way, but if you guys ended up friction, and then you guys are going to end up having a problem. So in order to avoid any of these things that happen, it's highly recommended that you guys use a condom and also possibly invest in lube. So I think that I've covered all of the points. If you guys have any comments or any questions, there are things that possibly people want to talk to me about. I'm not a doctor. Oh, I forgot to mention, a lot of these things I learned through experience. If I haven't learned through my own experience, I asked a doctor, and but we can chat in the DMs and share experiences in the DMs if you guys are not comfortable talking about them in the comments. Obviously, people don't want to talk about the girls in the comments, and that's okay. DM me and we'll talk about it. But my recommendations are quite limited because, like I said, I can't prescribe to you or this. If you have an issue down there, I can only recommend to you that's all I can really recommend. But besides that, that is all that I had for you guys today. I hope that you guys found this video insightful. As usual, my soul was burning to film this video, and I'm so excited that I'm finally getting it to you guys. And please don't forget to like, please don't forget to subscribe, recommend, and I'll see you guys in my next video.